What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am bringing it back to my roots. Okay, I haven't done one of these in a while. Maybe it's not really my roots, but I'm bringing it back. Today I'm going to be doing another ranking video, but this time it's not going to be on Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, or even Black Ops 1. Today I'm going to be ranking one of my personal favorite zombie games, Cold War. I'm going to be ranking every single Cold War Zombies map. Now, that only includes 4 of them. There's not a whole lot in this game. Sadly, I wish there was more. I really enjoy Cold War Zombies. It is so fun, and the more I play it, the more I really enjoy it. And the high rounds, super easy to do. Every game I play, I just have a good time. It's a lot easier for me to sit down and just have a good game on these and have a fun, good experience than it is on some other games. Maybe Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. It really is. Call me crazy, but I'm a big Cold War fan. But I will be ranking the 4 maps in order of my least favorite to my most favorite. I'm going to be given a little bit of a reason why. I'm not going to go into too much depth and detail just because, I don't really know. I'm going to do my best to just, let you guys inside my mind on why I like them, maybe why I don't, some things I like, some things I don't, and just why they are where they're at. Before we get into the video, if you guys are new to the channel, I want to thank you guys for checking it out, and I appreciate it. And if you do end up liking the video, make sure you leave a like. It really shows some support. These videos take a little bit longer for me to record and to make, so a like doesn't hurt. But if you don't like the video and you hate my rankings, you can always leave a dislike or let me know down below. I would love to know your opinion and your thoughts and ideas on Cold War in general, or the Cold War maps. Anything Cold War related, I would love to know. With that being said, let's get into our ranking of the 4 Cold War maps. Firebase Z, Die Machine, Mauer. I call it Mauer. I don't know. Mauer. I'm going to call it Mauer. And Forsaken. Coming in dead last, number 4 on the rankings. Again, now, there's nothing really wrong with this map. It's just my least favorite to play. I think it's least fun, and there's not as much stuff in it. I think for the fact that it was the opening map for Cold War Zombies, and that map is Die Machine. I think that map is, it's okay for a starter map. It's not bad, and I do enjoy it to some degree. And now I don't enjoy it as much as the other. In Die Machine, it introduced a couple new things. Obviously a lot being the introduction to Cold War, but some unique things that we're going to see throughout the rest of these maps, like the Megaton. I believe that's what it's called. That's what I call them. I know I'm probably going to get some of these names wrong, but it's just what I call them, because why not? I'm too lazy to read the names when they pop up on the screen. But it introduced the Megaton, the mini kind of boss zombie that spawns in, kill it, splits into 2, and then you have the bomber and the other guy, whatever he does, the one that charges you or whatever. But you have those 2. So they're kind of cool. They get pretty annoying, really. They're probably the most annoying boss in the game, in my opinion. Now, alongside the Megatons, the Plague Hounds. The Plague Hounds are like Hellhounds, but just more annoying. The Toxic. I really find that annoying. They're not a huge deal, but it's just like when you're sitting somewhere or training somewhere and they blow up, you shoot them, whatever, you just gotta run through that toxic cloud of smoke. It's annoying, all that stuff, right? Just no fun, okay? Another thing it introduced that is seen later in Zombies, specifically Outbreak, is the DIE Shockwave, the new wonder weapon. It is similar to the jet gun in a sense that it can suck the zombies up, and that is how you replenish your ammo. Now, it can't break, and it also shoots this burst or orb of energy. It sucks in the zombies and it just launches and explodes and blows it all out. I believe it eats about 15 per shot, and it kind of does fall off pretty good. Like, you can triple pack a punch it. By the time you get to the higher rounds, it really doesn't do a whole lot unless you're rocking Ring of Fire. Later on in the game, the Die Shockwave just isn't, it's just not nearly as good as these other wonder weapons. Like, all the other wonder weapons are just better, okay? And again, it's just not really my favorite. There are special variants you can get. There's like an ice one, maybe a lightning, maybe a toxic. I don't know. There's some other ones you can get. I've only gotten them a handful of times, and I couldn't tell you right off the top of my head. But I do know from experience that I didn't like them much more. It wasn't a whole lot better for me personally, but you do have that in case you don't like it. Now, the map itself, it has a super cool design. I really like it. You have OG kind of knocked built in there. You have the big open snowy area with the plane crashes, some places you can sit, some unique little places to go to. You got that little frozen, not really a frozen pond, but you got that little area down there where the box can spawn. You got the underground system, huge underground system where you can find Pack-a-Punch and go into the Dark Aether, which is a cool little feature. Goes along with the story, I guess. Now, I'm not big on the story in these games. I have did the Easter egg for Die Machine, Firebase Z, and maybe Malware. I don't remember. I did three or four. There's one I haven't did. But yeah, that's Die Machine. I like the map layout. Wonder Weapon's kind of underwhelming. Megaton's kind of annoying. Plague Hound kind of annoying. All in all, I'm gonna put it in the last spot on the Cold War rankings. It could be better, but for a starter, I'm gonna say it's not bad. It's not bad. I still don't hate it. Okay, next up on this list, coming in at the number 3 spot, it's gonna go to Firebase Z. Now, Firebase Z, just like all the other maps on this list, I love the design. I'm not too picky about the map design and the map layout. It's really hard for me to find a map layout that I really don't like or I'm kind of turned off by. And Firebase Z is fine. It's fine with me. And I like how you can teleport to different places in the maps in these games. I think that's cool. Once you get to the main helipad, helicopter area, and the main part of the map, it opens up very nicely. Good places to train. There's good places to camp. It's a really solid map layout. Now, it introduces a new wonder weapon in the Reike. Believe that is what it's called. I'm horrible with names. I just said that. But the Reike is a ray gun that's kind of like the ray gun Mark II. It does piercing damage, and it's a one-shot headshot almost forever when you upgrade it all the way. I'm not sure if it is unpack-a-punched or what, but I know once you get it upgraded, it's a one-shot headshot. But the zombies stay alive when their heads are off. Body shots don't really do a whole lot of damage. Now, it does have a secondary mode where you can shoot a little orb, kind of a spinning orb that slows them and does damage to them. Kind of like the Ray Gun Mark III from Gorod Kravi. Similar to that, but it's just not that great. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to use it, guys, but I would just prefer to have the normal ray gun. Now, I do like the Reike more than the Die Machine. The Die Machine wonder weapon, the DIE Shockwave, but still not that great. But it is cool, it is unique, and I do like the way it looks. And if you're training, maybe that's all you need. Some people might love it. But for me, I just assume the normal ray gun. It's OP. The normal ray gun in this game is overpowered. Now, I believe this map introduced the new mini boss, the Mimics. The Mimics are little dudes who are pretty annoying. They can disguise themselves as drops around the map, and when you run by them, they'll pop up and they'll scream and they'll chase you. Now they can chase you and they can grab you, fling you into them, they'll hit you, all this stuff. They're not super hard to kill or anything like that. They're just kind of annoying sometimes. But I mean, they're pretty dope, honestly. Just another little boss. And I think stuff like that really adds a little bit more to the game. So I don't mind them. Now, something that I do kind of mind is the rounds where you have to protect the generators, or whatever they're called, the Aether reactors. You have to protect them from Orda. The Orda rounds, man, they're annoying, especially on solo. They are super annoying. And now if you're playing with friends, maybe not as much, but I still do not like them. I don't like Orda coming through, stomping on the map, throwing these hives, these swarming hives of bugs and fire and hellhounds and all this stuff, while you have the waves of zombies, mimics, and manglers spawning. It can get to be a lot. I remember specifically, I played a solo game. I was on, I believe, round 80, and I was screwed. There was nothing. I couldn't do nothing to Orda. It's like, I don't know if I was doing something wrong or what. Like, my guns fell off on round 80. But anyways, Orda, not the best. Reike, it's all right. The Mimics, they're fine. They're fine. All in all, the map's pretty solid. Every time I get on, I know I can go high round if I want. I can not go high round. I can do the Easter egg, whatever it is. I still enjoy playing it. And I do enjoy it more than Die Machine for sure. Next up on this list, coming in the top half of the rankings, number 2, the second best zombie map in Cold War. I'm going to go with Malware. Now, I think Malware is super cool. It seems like a really big map, and I think that's something that a lot of these maps I would say fall victim, but for me personally, I don't really mind. The maps are really big, really innovative. They got a lot of parts, places, stuff to see, places to go, all that stuff. You got the zip lines, grappling, all that kind of stuff. Not grappling, but you got the zip lines, the teleports, all this stuff. But on these maps, I tend to stay in certain areas basically the whole game. And you might even see that in the gameplay down below. But I don't really travel to a lot of these places. And I'm not saying that the maps are too big. I'm just saying some people might think they could see that as something. But me personally, I don't mind it. I like the size of them. I think it's cool. The Malware, the Wonder Weapon. Let me start with the Wonder Weapon. I love the Wonder Weapon. The Cerberus is what it's called. Maybe the CRBRS, something like that. It is really good. It is super strong, okay? And when you're killing with it, you can find different variants. There's like the blaze weapon mod. There's one that you shoot like lock-on rockets that do a little spiral. And there's one that shoots the 3 different little shots at an angle in a row. I don't remember the name of it. Forgive me for that. But it has these different variants you can pick up. You get them off the ground, and you can use them until they run out of ammo. And then if you run out of ammo, you can just switch back to the normal version of the Cerberus, pick up another version, get a different variant. I mean, it's really hard to run out of ammo in it. Now, the other variants are not nearly as good, I think, as the base Wonder Weapon, but all in all, I think they're super dope. I like them all, really, after using them again. I see no problems with it. I see no problems with it. There's a lot of ways to get ammo, different variants, keep it interesting, pretty strong. I like it. I like it a lot. Another thing cool that this map added was the Disciples, the floating zombie magicians, basically. I mean, they just fly around, and they make other zombies stronger, maybe faster, more aggressive. Now, I know they are stronger for sure, but they're not hard to deal with. They can, like, shoot a little laser at you and, like, give you a little suck. But other than that, they're not horrible. Again, I don't mind them. I don't mind them ever adding little mini bosses like that at all. It's really okay with me. I see no problems with it. I think it's fine. And bringing up mini bosses and such, the Kranzy Soldat, right? That's his name. He's not the Panzer anymore. He's just a little cranky. He's a Kranzer, or Kranzy, whatever he is. Now, he doesn't have a lot of hacks or abilities, you could say. He doesn't have a lot of ways to hurt you other than he will jump around to you and he will catch you on fire. He will catch you on fire. Now, I don't like being on fire. He will throw his little fire pods at you. So that's kind of annoying, but I like it. I think it's cool. Again, no problems with adding mini bosses. Some people might find them annoying or not as good as the OG Panzer or the Panzers from the other games, but I think the Kranzy Soldat fits this map perfectly. Something about the vibe of it. It just fits it. It's cool. Now, between a bunch of other little things, the little sniper towers where you can dig you can dig up a bunch of salvage ammo, stuff like that with the dig sites, to Klaus, you can build Klaus, to the Easter egg, and the Wonder Weapon being good. I really like it. And the main area, I stay in the map and train or want to camp or wherever. Everything's pretty accessible. You can get the ammo, you can get your challenges, you can get Wonder Fizz. Everything's right there. And Pack-a-Punch is right there. So I think it's super good. I really like the map. And it is actually, I believe, my highest round on Cold War as of right now. Around 101, I believe I got to. But yeah, all in all, I think it's a dope, fun time. Now, coming in at number 1, numero uno on the list. This is my favorite map, by far. For one reason, really. Maybe 2. Okay, maybe 2 reasons. And that map's going to be Forsaken, for those of you could have already guessed it. Forsaken is the number 1 map in Cold War, in my opinion. Again, just like all the other maps, the map is really big. It's really big. Maybe I'm crazy, or maybe I'm just not thinking right, but I think all the maps are pretty solid sized. And again, I don't use most of the map, and that's fine. But what I really, really enjoy about the map is the Wonder Weapon, the Chrysalax. It is so fun to use. Oh my god, it is so good. You got the melee. It's good forever, basically. If you have more than one person, like if there's 2 or 3 people using that in your game, you're going to go forever. With all the perks you can get, the different upgrades on your perks when you max them all out, all that stuff, you can use the Chrysalax forever with you and your friends, and it's just fun. Just meleeing the zombies, killing them, slashing them, all that good stuff. I love it. And then, if you just feel like shooting them, there's a little shooty mode. You can make it into a gun, and you can get ammo for it off the ground. It's just dope. It is awesome. Also, in Forsaken, they have the reintroduction of the Tempest, kind of like Avogadro from Transit, the electric dude. He's in here. You got the Disciples, you got the Mimics, you got Manglers, and you now have the Abomination, which is a 3-headed Yeti kind of monster. It kind of resembles a Skag from Borderlands a little bit, but a 3-headed one. Again, a bit like a Margwa. 3 heads. Shoot the one that's open to do the most damage. You can still kill it without doing that. It just takes, longer. It's kind of annoying, but I think it's cool. It shoots this stupid lightning like laser at you, and that can be kind of annoying, but if you just move around, it's fine. It's not a huge deal. And again, the Wonder Weapon just takes all these guys out fast. Anything you need dead, especially if you're having Ring of Fire, they're just dead. And now it has all the bosses basically except the Kranzy Soldat, right? But tons of mini bosses, tons of map space. The best Wonder Weapon in the game by far. Amazing. So I think all that alone, for me, it's just the most fun. Anytime I get on Forsaken, not coming from a super try-hard perspective, not coming from someone who's just cares about all these little minor details, this isn't that. Just coming from someone who likes to hop on, have a good time. I think Forsaken is the best, whether it's solo, with friends, however. I think it's just the best map. I like it. I like it a lot. What else can I say? Guys, that is going to be it for the video. For the most part, everything's kept pretty cut, dry, and simple. Kind of how I like it around here. I'm not good with all the in-depth details, all this kind of stuff, especially when I'm not, I don't know it all myself. I'm not like some of these zombie players who know literally everything there is to know about the story, this section of the map, this section, is there a water bottle on the ledge on this part of the map in the arcade. I just play. I just play and I have fun. I do know some things, but that's my rankings. If you guys enjoyed, you already know what to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more top 5s or any kind of rankings, anything like that, please let me know down below. I'd love to see your comments. It's always great to read them, interact with you guys, all that stuff. But thank you, and I will see you guys soon with some more gameplay and even some streams. Some streams, yeah. And don't forget, there is the giveaway. If you're still here, there's still the giveaway going on the channel. Once I hit 1,500 subs, it ends. Check the community tab to see the post. But yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you. And I'll see you next time.